Oddsmakers have set the Miami Dolphins 2008 projected season win total at 5.5 games for the 2008 regular season. Do you play over or under? Find out next. Tony T here from Gamblers Television, covering the NFL Vegas style all season long. The Miami Dolphins finished the regular season in 2007 with a 1-15 record, hiring were Bill Parcells as the Vice President of Football Operations and Tony Sparano as head coach. Miami has changed their head coach and general manager 4 times in the past 5 years. Now, Parcells has surrounded himself with the people who helped rebuild the Cowboys. The Dolphins used the draft to help build their defensive and offensive lines, as 4 of their first 5 draft picks were players from those positions. Oddsmakers have set the over-under projected season win total for the Miami Dolphins at 5.5 games for the 2008 regular season. Let's take a look at their schedule. Miami plays in the AFC East, and that means 2 games with New England, Buffalo, and the New York Jets. The AFC East plays the AFC West and NFC West, so Miami hits the road at Arizona and at Denver. Now, as the last-place team in the AFC East last season, they must play the 2 other AFC last-place teams, and that brings a road game at Houston and a home game against Baltimore. Let's take a look at their offense. The Miami Dolphin quarterback situation took a turn when Brett Favre was acquired by the Jets. Now, immediately following the release of Chad Pennington by the Jets, the Dolphins acquired the veteran quarterback, and he'll compete for the starting position. Third-round pick Chad Henne out of Michigan has been elevated to at least a number 2, with John Beck and Josh McCown competing for the last roster spot at the quarterback position. Now, Pennington's 65.6% completion percentage was outstanding in a Jet uniform, but his issues are with the deep ball, and last year the Jets were the worst team in the red zone. Running back Ronnie Brown is coming off an ACL injury in Week 7 from last season. Now, the 2005 first-round pick rushed 119 times in 7 games and averaged an impressive 5.1 yards per carry before his season-ending injury. Brown has looked good in camp, but the true test comes when the season starts. Ricky Williams has looked good in camp and gives the Dolphins another run option if he can keep his nose clean. Ted Ginn Jr. will be a starting wide receiver this season, with possession receiver Ernest Wolford and his 6'4" size, Derek Hagan and Greg Camarillo competing for the number 2. Hagan needs to be a more consistent receiver, and Wolford did not show the Jaguars that he could be a number 1 in the league, and he has slipped down the Dolphins' depth chart during camp. Let's take a look at their defense. The Dolphins are moving to a 3-4 defense, and they traded for nose tackle Jason Ferguson at the nose position. Now, at 6'3" and 310 pounds, he'll be a good fit for the defense. The Dolphins are building depth at the position by drafting Philip Maryland and Kendall Langford in the draft. Joey Porter will pressure the quarterback in this new scheme at linebacker, and Channing Crowder replaces the departing Zach Thomas, and he's very good against the run. Will Allen greatly improved late in the season in 2007, and the Dolphins are counting on Allen in the secondary this season. And now to my selection. The Dolphins desperately need Ronnie Brown to make a full recovery because the team does not have the receiver play to carry the offense. Bill Parcells will turn around this franchise, but he needs another year to contend. The offensive line is young, and there may be some chemistry issues early on. Now, if Chad Pennington is the starter, he's not going to have the weapons in the passing game to shine. The Dolphins need playmakers, and they'll need another offseason to acquire them. Play the Miami Dolphins under 5.5 wins for the 2008 regular season. From our Rockstar studio, this is Tony T reminding you to visit and bookmark my television show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous point spread coverage from the NFL. Gamblers Television, get addicted.